Welcome back to another episode of Lakeshow's Finest Redux. I'm your host, Charles Ryan, KB24 status, or yours truly, the biggest Lakers fan in the world. The Lakers didn't have such a great game tonight. They lost 107-92 to the Toronto Raptors. This team seems pretty underrated right now. Kind of an ugly game in the beginning. Lots of great defense, but of course we kind of fall apart. A lot of weird tactics the Raptors used. They were throwing 2 and 3 men at AD right away. Haven't seen that for a while. But even in the fourth quarter, it just never stopped. They were giving up looks to Caruso. They were really sagging off. They sagged off on Kuz a lot. They let Kuz take wild shots, and Kuz definitely needs to work on his shot selection sometimes. A couple times Kuz was just out on the perimeter, dribbling around, couldn't find anybody. But somehow LeBron managed to get 5 assists this game. He could have had 25 assists. So many open shots, mostly threes that were wide open. We were 10 for 40 from the three-point line. And in the first half, we probably made 4 threes. Danny Green was 0 for 7. No, 0 for 6 from 3. 0 for 7 overall. The score doesn't reflect actually what the score was. They did lose by 15, but really, they lost by like 8 or 10. The final minute was kind of a joke. But I kind of felt bad for LeBron this game. I understand his frustration. He walked out of the gym or off the court with 10 seconds left, didn't even high-five his guys or anything. I understand that. But a lot of the blame has to go on AD, I think. And the open shots being missed, but AD just wasn't aggressive. You can't take 7 shots in 35 minutes. LeBron took 15 shots. I would like to see him take a few more, but I think in the first quarter, AD only took 1 shot, I think, or 0. It was 1 or 0. He only took 3 threes, but he had 9 free throws, which made up for it. But still, got to be more aggressive. LeBron had 4 turnovers. AD had no turnovers. AD did have 3 blocks. KCP had the worst plus-minus at 27, negative 27. It was kind of funny when KCP took a knee to the misters, but he was all right. He was on the floor a lot. Looked like he was limping a few times. I'm worried about KCP. We really need KCP, and if he can't stay healthy, we're in trouble. This game was big because if we won this game, not only do we clinch, but it means we could rest players like KCP and give J.R. Smith and Dion Waiters all the opportunity to get in rhythm, give them 30 minutes a game. LeBron played 34 minutes, AD played 35, right? So their minutes would have dropped to 25, 20. We do play the Jazz on Monday. I think the Jazz are a good team. They play defense just as hard as the Raptors do. The Jazz are missing Bogdanović, which is probably why they lost today to the Thunder by as much as they did. But it's not going to be a cakewalk, I don't think. 2 nights in a row, the Lakers have had the worst field goal percentage this season. It feels weird saying that this season. But yeah, there's no reason to miss 30 three-pointers, and I would say 15 of them, maybe even 20, were wide open. No excuse. Meanwhile, the Raptors, they shot 41% from 3. And, yeah, 25% versus 41%. They converted on their three-pointers for sure. I'm just a little bit worried about the rhythm of the Lakers. I thought the first game, even though we won and shot so poorly, I thought we'd get, slowly, gradually work our way into playoff shape. But no signs of that this game. And we do play against difficult teams. But, we got to do better than this. I'm going to quickly go through some stats and then give a few more thoughts. We shot 33 free throws, and the Raptors shot 26 free throws. Quite a lot of foul calls this game. The Raptors only missed 3 free throws, and we missed 9 free throws. Like I said, the worst field goal percentage this season. We shot 35%. We only made 29 shots. That's terrible. LeBron did have 4 turnovers. Like I said, overall we had 17 turnovers. Really no excuse for that. The Raptors did have 14. Let's focus on JaVale really fast. He had 4 fouls in 9 minutes. I mean, what's the point if you're going to foul that much? He had a couple wild shots. Dwight played pretty well. He had a couple offensive rebounds in 17 minutes, but we can't have JaVale fouling like that. Really just kind of ruins the rotations. But, it was just a weird game. The defense was good. Kuzma, like I said, he kind of dribbled too much some plays, but he did have 16 points. He was 5 for 13 for 38%, 3 for 7 from 3. He hit a couple nice ones. Hit a great step back. But one thing I noticed about Kuzma is that he plays really good defense sometimes, but he kind of jumps. Instead of sliding his feet, he's like jumping and hopping and giving, like Kyle Lowry on switches, an easy lane to the basket. Gotta slide your feet, bro. He was like doing bunny hops and shuffling his feet, not the right way. But once again, I thought LeBron did try really hard on defense. That one sick block he had that stopped a fast break, it was really reminiscent of those classic blocks he has. Andre Iguodala block, all that. We had 12 blocks. Last game, I think we only had 4 blocks. So there was some good. Yeah, the Raptors only had 5 blocks. So yeah, defense was really, really good. But I don't know what happened. I think just balls dropped off, and JR was like scared to shoot. I got that vibe. The first minute he was in, LeBron found him at the corner 3, and he passed it up, and then he started rubbing his hands together like he wasn't ready. I've never seen that before. JR always shoots no matter what, and he was wide open, so that was kind of funny. But more opportunities. I said last podcast that I don't think Quinn Cook's really going to play at all. He played 1 minute in garbage time. So there you go. That's his 1 minute. Looking forward to the next game. The Jazz really have struggled without Bogdanović. Rudy Gobert and Mitchell seem to be the only good thing that's happening right now for them. But like I said, last game, earlier today, actually, they lost to the Thunder big time. Nobody, I don't think, I expected the Thunder to beat the frickin' Raptors as much as they did. I think they won by, let's see. They won by 16 points, but at one point it was like 25. The Thunder were beating them. But yeah, so it would have been nice if the Clippers lost today also, so we could have clinched that first seed, but of course they destroy the Pelicans. I thought the Pelicans would have put up a fight, not only because I think it's over for them, but they needed this win. Now I think it's over for their chances. But there was no Montrezl Harrell again and no Lou Williams. At one point, the Pelicans were down by 32 points. They lost by 23, but really weird. We need the Clippers to lose. I don't think they're going to lose that many games. I think once the Lakers clinch, they're still not going to let up because they're trying to position themselves to beat out the Nuggets, because the Nuggets are only, I think, a half a game back. Yeah, the Nuggets are actually 2 games back of the Clippers. So they're going to keep going. Wow, I'm looking at the standings right now on NBA.com, and the way it's formatted, I've never seen it formatted like this. It has big green and red symbols for the wins and losses for teams. So you can really... I've never seen this before. But, yeah, we have 50 wins. First time in... What was it? Oh, no, wait. Sorry. We have 50 wins. It was our 33rd season of having 50 wins. And now we're tied with the Celtics for 33 seasons. We're going to break that next year, though. We're going to get to 34. The Celtics have 43 wins. They're not going to go 7-0 in their final 7. So we're safe there. We're safe. The Jazz are vying for spots, too. I'm getting a little bit off topic, but overall, weird game. Like the effort defensively. Offensively, obviously terrible, but we got to get this win against the Jazz. I don't know if it's a home game or an away game. It doesn't matter at all, but what was strange were the fans. You can press on the NBA app a button for the home team to make noise after each basket, and it was kind of loud. I guess the more people that press the buttons, the louder it is in the stadium. It was loud during free throws and fouls and all that. I thought that was kind of funny. But, yeah, kind of get this W. Need it. We will do an emergency podcast if they lose big time, and if they lose and shoot for the 3rd consecutive time the worst field goal percentage. But no mistake that the Raptors are legit, and you got to take them seriously next time we play them next year, because the Lakers have lost 6 years in a row to the Raptors. And the last time we beat them was that crazy game, I don't know if you guys remember, when Kobe made 3 game winners, 3 game-winning shots to go ahead. He made a game-winning shot to tie it up, to go to overtime, and then in overtime he made 2 go-ahead threes. Just crazy game. Look that up, that game. Lakers-Raptors 2014, and crazy game. So I don't see the Raptors going anywhere. They should be taught. LeBron said that they are super underrated, and he thinks the media has overlooked them. I think he's right. I mean, the Raptors are 47-18. And I think they like it being under the radar. The Spurs have always been under the radar. Maybe the Raptors are the new Spurs. And no coincidence that Kawhi is a Spurs tie-in. Common thread there was. Yeah, so let's win this next game. No problem. Thanks for listening. Once again, I'm Charles Ryan. I'm KB24 status, the biggest Lakers fan in the world. If you're new to listening to this because you just discovered it for this season, or the continual season, I recommend checking out this Mamba Mentality montage I made. It's about 20 minutes long, but it's called 20 Years of Kobe Bryant in 20 Minutes. So Each minute's supposed to represent a year, and it has, I think, not that many views, only like 5,000 or 6,000, but I put a lot of effort into it. I think it's fun. I have another video on my channel, which is a man cave tour of my room. I kind of have this crazy Laker-fied room with purple and yellow walls and tons of jerseys everywhere, and it's too much for one room. There's actually no more wall space to put stuff, but it's kind of, just a tour, kind of like Planet Lakers, that TV show that Spectrum does, where they show around diehard fans. So I'd recommend that. That one also doesn't have that many views, only 1,000, but it's fun. It's cool. It's a cool video, I think, to watch. That one's not 20 minutes. I think it's only 8 or 11 minutes, something like that, much lower. But yeah, thanks so much for listening. Stay safe, guys. Please stay safe. Crazy times. And go Lakers.